All right, we turn now to a story on this International Women's Day. It has to do with our next guest, who is marking the day to honor his late wife, an influential mother, teacher, coach, and role model who made a tremendous impact on women in sports. Take a look.
January 26th, 2020, a Sunday like any other for the Mauser family. Wife and mother of three, Christina Mauser, a dedicated PE teacher and lover of sports, left to coach a basketball game at the Mamba Sports Academy in the LA area. Christina kissed her husband, Matt, of 14 years goodbye, both knowing she'd be back later that day. She never came home. Christina was on that doomed helicopter flight that claimed the lives of all 9 people on board, including NBA star Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, when it crashed in Calabasas, California. Matt suffered the ultimate loss that day, losing the love of his life and the mother of his 3 young children.
I want people to know that my wife and everybody on that plane, they were loving what they did, and they were always happy. Anytime they were together, they were always happy.
Christina's memory lives on through her husband and kids. Over a year now since the crash, Matt continues to maintain her legacy through the Christina Mauser Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing scholarships and support to young women in sports. Through the foundation, Christina's tremendous impact on women in sports will live on.
And Matt Mauser joins us now. Welcome, Matt. Good to see you again. Last time I saw you under much different circumstances. It was just a day, I believe, after that crash that I spent time with you there at the house. And Matt, it always struck me when I walked in, your little one, who I think was 3 at the time, she had a big smile on her face. She was bouncing around the house. She didn't really understand that Mama wasn't going to be coming home. She didn't really get it at the time. So you tell me, how are the kids, how are you doing now a year later?
Well, thank you. No, yeah, that day was very challenging, obviously, and the kids are doing okay. You know, we're as good as can be expected, considering. You know, back in school, you know, I do a lot of food preparation, I do a lot of strawberry cutting, and I do a lot of carpooling.
Wow.
But you know, we try to find, you know, bits of joy, and we try to maintain a little happiness. It's a challenge, but that's the goal, keep the kids happy.
Like you say, you all are going through something, and have been for the past year, something tremendous. But you have a foundation, the Christina Mauser Foundation, that you're actually providing scholarships. Why did you want to go this route?
Well, I appreciate you asking. Thank you. Christina was an extremely giving human being. From the moment I met her, she supported me. I'm a musician. She supported me in my music. And you can see in that picture right there, just that picture, she was always about giving. And she gave everything she had to me, her family, to her children, and to her teams, and to her team, and to her players. We are trying to find athletes, senior athletes, who embody some of the same principles that Christina had, which was team first, selflessness, and putting others before yourself. Christina was just that person. And we're looking for 3 senior female athletes. One we're going to award to her alma mater, Edison High School here in Huntington Beach. And then we're looking for 2 others across the nation to give scholarships to, and just continue her legacy of being that person who puts everybody first.
Matt, I know nothing is going to change what's taking place, but I have to ask you while we have you here, because we got the news just a few weeks ago that it was determined through the investigation that in fact they put the blame directly on the pilot for what happened in that crash. This wasn't a mechanical error. This was bad decision making by the pilot. Does it make one difference to you to hear that news, or how did that news impact what you felt over the past year?
No, it's a good question, but it didn't change a thing for us. My day-to-day is taking care of my children and trying to provide them with happiness and joy, and being the best dad that I can be, and that's really all I can do. I just, you know, it's that old serenity prayer. It's give me the strength, you know, to know the things that I can control, and I can't do anything from here, so I just do the best that I can do.
Well, we have, and I have personally seen you do plenty in that house. A happy house. I felt the joy on what was actually one of the worst days probably ever in that house. But Matt, thank you. Congrats on what you've been doing and what you're doing with the foundation to continue your wife's legacy and her memory. And my best to the kids out there as well, man. And we'll talk again down the road. All right, my man?
Thank you. If I could just say, go to mattmauser.com and you can make a donation to the Christina Mauser Foundation. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. And we'll make sure we get that up on our social media and our website as well. Matt, thanks so much, brother.
TJ, good talking to you. Thank you.
I love how Matt described his wife, humble and powerful.
Always. He
really sums it up.
That's a guy who bragged constantly about his wife.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.